everybody. How you doing? Welcome to Color and Chat with Joanna. I'm Joanna. Hold on a minute. I'm banging into everything here. I gotta turn that light off because it flickers and turns my upload into a 1920s movie of some sort. Anyway, how's everybody doing? I'm in such trouble, you guys. You ever just kind of say you're going to do things and then just that little phrase, we make commitments and God laughs. Yeah, well, he's laughing his ass off right now because this is a hot mess and it is not going anywhere. Look, I've got to go. I'm here. Okay. Now, have I made good progress? I kind of like to think so. Hold on a minute. Let me turn the camera out just a little bit so you can see it upside down in its proper form. Okay, so I got all this done. I have where the turtle is left to go. And I need to get it done by tomorrow. Probably gonna be up all night. Or just I could give him the foxes. I don't know. What am I going to do, people? I need some help here. Need my nuts to come over and diamond paint. Can you come over and diamond paint just for like 8 hours? She is like a speed demon, man. She gets stuff done so quick. I'm like, every time I look at her, she's on another project. I'm like, oh my God. See? So she's like a multitasking queen or just nails it and rails it and moves on. But anyway. Okay. So I did it. I did it. I'm so happy I did it. I got to DAC at 11:49 and people, let me show you what I got. I'm so happy right now I could scream. I will, but maybe later. Yeah. Got them all 3 of them. Yep. I got the doctor, the cop, and the firefighter. Oh my God, right? I don't know who did this. I do have the whole sheet somewhere. Okay, and I had to get them in rounds, but I think they're gonna be beautiful in rounds, and I'm ready to do some round stuff. I mean, I got enough squares to keep me going for the next 5 years. I want to go round. Yeah. Anyways, so I got them, but boy, I mean, we were just like, what do I do? My husband's like, okay. So Long Suffering had to come in and offer some technical support because DAC is not the easiest website to kind of navigate sometimes. Anyway, look at this. I'm getting nothing here. Nothing. I need my little waxy guy, but I don't know. Do they always work either? Because I don't think they do. I don't know. I'm a total wreck. Okay, welcome to the WIP and Chat. We have the little baby diamond painting thing from NYX's. The pens are from everywhere. I'm actually going to be using today, if I can get her out. There we go. You can cut my butter. I don't know where she got this, but it was from somebody who's really, really popular. I want to be popular. Yeah, you know what? I was thinking about my girlfriend Shay, who I have rapidly adopted. And I wanted to give her a shout out and also let her know if you're planning to go to see Wicked, you need to get the whole soundtrack and pop it in your car and learn all the songs before you go. Just play it about 3 times because they're all, it's kind of like a Les Miserables thing, where Andrew Lloyd Webber uses the same melody but just changes the words here out in the darkness, and it's like, oh, collect, collect, collect. It's all sort of the same melody, but oh my God, I just got a Instagrammable from Mr. Dr. Richard Lorenz. My doctor. I love him. He is the joy doctor. He really is. He's on a mission. He's trying to chase away. I have never seen anybody on such a mission to chase away sadness. But I digress. Anyway, where was I? Who cares? Yeah. So I'm doing a little whip and chat now that I got my little 10-minute panic attack with Dak over with. And you know, because I was like having this whole sort of wicked moment where my husband was like, you know, I know what your status is, okay? Big damn deal. This is open to the public all at the same time. I said, well, if it's open to the public at the same time, why do I have a status? You know? I mean, really. If I'm not getting a swag bag, I'm not going to the Taylor Swift concert. Like, I was all over it. Oh my God, I turned into such a little B word. Girl, I went there. I got shallow and everything, and I was like, I want all 3 of them. They are mine, and I shall have them. And it got a little competitive. I was like, now. And then I realized, I was like, oh, wait a minute. But I have points. And long suffering's like, oh, crap. I was just about to pay and leave. And I was like, yeah, I know. But I have points. I really want to use them because I just do. Anyway, they are on their merry, happy little way. And something else is coming today that I hope and pray did not get lost in the mail. Um, you guys probably know what this is. Hold on. Oi, 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 oi. Oi, 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 oi. I'm gonna have to find it now. It's like, oh my God, where did it go? Hang on, she's right here. Just give me 2 seconds. I'm right here, people. Um, but it's Monday, and I'm having a hell of a Monday. And I'm wearing the same shirt I had on last night. So I look like ragged out, you know what. Roadkill. She's having a roadkill Monday. Girl, we need to call the people from the city to come and collect you because you look like hammered you know who. Okay. So it's this one by Dreamer Designs. Hold on. Don't you love him? I saw this about a year and a half ago. And I said, hold the phone. Hold the phone. That's my Fiona all day. I want it. I want it. I need it. I have to have it. It was sold out. I said, well, crap. Now I have to go play with the mafia out in the streets and see what they wanted on a D-stash. I could not find it anywhere on a D-stash. Only one person had it, and she lives in Australia. And we all know her. But, I draw the line at diamond paintings, and I think that collectors want to collect, they should not be pressured, like, sell it to me. I'm desperate. But if she were going to sell it, she would have done it in the auction for Beth. Beth, I hope you're okay out there. Shine like a diamond, Beth. Go pop in on her because she's doing so well. We are very, very, I Can I just say and I'll just take this on my own shoulders. I am so freaking proud of you, girl. I really, really am. You have made great strides, and I know you're going to have good days and bad days. They're not all going to be great, but you're coming through it. You're coming through it. And I know because when I was in the hospital and it really just looked like, man, I'm going to wind up in a body bag. And I'm not even going to be in the morgue. I'm going to be out there in the back on that horrible semi truck with the extra generators because that's where they put all the dead bodies during the Roni. And I was in the hospital for 5 months without a drop of food, without a drink of water. Couldn't even have water. I mean, it's like, oh no, you're getting plenty of fluids in your IV. And I was like, I am not an animal. I felt like I was in a clinique lab rat situation. Like, I mean, oh my God. It was every girl who even just likes to eat one meal a day. It was hell. And, you know, I was just, I can tell people now, like, you don't know because you have never been there. Well, I've been there. I've been there with the good nurses, the bad nurses. I've had fights with the nurses where the staff floor nurse had to come into my room and go, "What in the hell is going on? I can hear you two down the hall." And that nurse who was yelling at me, "Girl, I ain't got time for you. You are not my only patient. I got other patients here. We got things to do. I'll get to it when I get to it." And I'm like, no. And I'm very sensitive. So, I've been worn down to the bone. Like you can see the bone in my skin just crying out for help. And I wailed on this poor nurse. I gave her a reason to go home and drink. I'm telling you, I gave her 18 shades of hell. I mean, I was awful. And then the next day she came back and long suffering husband brought me I loved it because we were so close. We weren't that far at all from Costco. When you're in South Lake and Grapevine, it's all kind of like, why am I squeaking? Something is rattling here. Um anyway, the Costco's close by. And they do the 2 dozen roses, wrapped up, and they always sell them super fresh. And so he brought me a bunch of white roses and the nurse would not let me have scissors. I was like, I am not in a mental ward. I can have scissors. I'm probably going to cut this IV off and run for it, though. I'm thinking I'm getting the hell out of here. I'm just going to check my own ass out. But, if I had, I'd probably be dead by now. Yeah, but it was the meanest ulcer in the world. And then I was cutting off the stems and the leaves and making this big, fat, tight, fluffy vase full of roses. But I wanted them to have room to bloom and everything when I don't know what's squeaking. You ever do that where you hit a counter and it goes squeak, squeak? You can see it's moving right now. What in the hell? Anyway, well, I was just putting the last rose in the vase and it wouldn't fit. It was just going to make them too tight. And here came my nurse. Gave her a rose. She just cried. She cried and I cried. And we became the bestest of friends. And when I got ready to go home from the hospital, she was like packing up all my stuff, like giving me extra swab pads and extra bandages because they put this big whopping gaping thing in the middle of my stomach for a feeding tube. But my stomach was like ew, not happy with it. So I was having all kinds of reactions to that. And I mean, she just loaded a girl up. She became my best friend. Um, I spent, I had my long suffering, had to go get a cake because it was his first day allowed back in the hospital. I mean, for like 3 weeks. This is all I had: nurses, janitors, the occasional doctor because they were so short-handed. I never even got to see Dr. I'm just walking the halls, Mr. Intern. I never even got to see the stupid DOs. Like they were really short-handed. So if you were not in dire pain or if you were not, getting ready to go on a respirator, and believe me, there were so, oh my God, it was so scary because they would just have these codes going off. Oh, and I got to learn the codes, and they said, you know what? What she told me, she was so funny. She says, I'm going to teach you what these codes are because you probably only learned the bare minimum, when you were volunteer. And I said, yes, that's what I learned. They gave me an EMT book. Everybody signed it and said, try to stay awake during class. And it was really medical care for idiots. I mean, it's the dumbest book, but it is my Bible. I still have it. Um she started teaching me all the codes. So I didn't have to be so panicked every time I heard the codes. But then I would start hearing them, and it's kind of like the more you know, the less you fear. The more I learned, the scarier it got. Those coats went off every damn hour. I was like, oh my God, oh my God. Am I ever going to see him again? So he worked out a deal with her. She took her lunch hour off. She didn't eat lunch. And I had long suffering bring her a sandwich he was allowed to give it to the security guard, and the security guard could deliver the food to my room. Only I was on a no eating plan. So they were like, we're not giving you food. You have an ulcer that is on fire, girl. And I was like, it's not for me, it's for my nurse. I swear to God, I didn't want to eat anyway because I was too freaked out to eat, and half the time higher than Cooter Brown on medication. So the road back is not always as quick as you want it to be. You know, I mean, I finally got that thing out of my stomach, that tube, and the doctors were like, okay, only jello, soft foods, let's go back nice and slow. I was like, look, I feel like Tom Hanks right now. You guys, I'm not kidding. I mean, what I would have done for another piece of coconut. And I just kept crying for Wilson. There was no Wilson in the hospital, but you're kind of like, can I just forget this ever happened to me? That 5 months and 3.5, let's just call it 6 months, okay? But he was allowed to do sneaky little nice things. And so when I found out it was her birthday and she had to work a 12-hour shift again, and this is a woman who was only supposed to be on part-time because she was of a particular age where you're just not running with those dogs anymore. You're part-time now. I got to chill out. But we also have a pandemic on our hands. So oh, Randy, I think I scratched your pen. I'm sorry. I don't know what I did. Anyway, so the whole thing, with her having to work on her birthday, I said, honey, can you do me a favor? He was like, oh my God, you and your little errands. I said, no, go get a cake for, so and so and put her name on it for me, and have them deliver it to the third floor, to the nurse's station. Oh man, she was like, who done did this? Who brought me this cake? She was insane with joy. And I got to kind of creep out of my room for a minute with a walker. And then they were like, no, you need a wheelchair. Because I really kind of did, because it was like weak as a kitten by then. By then, you're just living off of God's good humor, you know? If he had a sense of humor, if she had a sense of humor, um, and she wasn't laughing at your jokes. She wasn't. Anyway, so I got in the wheelchair and we had a birthday celebration, and then um I said, well, you know, that went over very well, but then my husband said, can you get her to bring you downstairs? I was like, why? He said, come to the door. And I was like, okay. And we couldn't touch each other and we couldn't see each other. But downstairs on the other side of the class was my dog and both of my dogs. I'm sorry. George and Fiona were there clawing at the glass. Why is mommy in the pet store window? How come we can't go in there? Because they were allowed in my room in the beginning, when people were allowed to bring therapy dogs. But when we went on lockdown, oh man, and lockdown lasted 3 months. So I was about to go insane because I don't know. There's a part of me that says, if you're going to go in the hospital, bring an advocate, bring somebody with you. Don't go through it by yourself. Don't go out there and drink alone, girl. That's not a friendly crowd. And I couldn't. I couldn't follow my own advice. I couldn't do anything about it. I was just there. And yeah, so that's what the picture is. I'm gonna show you. Hold on, now I gotta go find that. Oh my god. Now, long suffering husband. He missed me so much. The little things, the meals, the cooking, the baking. He didn't have cheesecake for 6 months because he didn't want to eat cheesecake knowing I couldn't have it with him. I know, right? I mean, somebody's true character comes out when you start um when you start putting pressure on it, pressure on everything. Either your best character traits come out or your worst. It's hard to tell. But yeah. See, there's Fiona sitting on top of the mommy. I know. That was a tough I had to get her off of me. That was the hardest part. But the pictures I'm really trying to find for you. The picture. If you are a dog lover, you're gonna see this picture and go, Jeez, that is horrible. And it really was. It was the most horrible thing. Hold on. It might take me a second or two to find it. To find it. Um, I know. These pictures are all out of sync. They're not even lined up like in a timely manner. Like, beginning to end. Like I have puppy pictures and my dogs are 8 years old. I don't know. I don't know how they got there, but they got there somehow. But I'm gonna find it. This is the fox picture that is a backup. I finished it. If this doesn't get done in time, that may be what I frame. What do you guys think? Do you like it? It's kind of guy-ish. It's a little, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. Maybe I'll just make him wait for it and I'll finish it and bring it back another day. But I really kind of want to get it done because October's coming and oh, I don't know, there's like 84 different events. I can't find it. Look at I'm not, when I say there are 7 to 10,000 pictures of Great Pyrenees in this damn folder, I am not even kidding. Mm-mm. I am not even kidding. I'm not even exaggerating. They're all here. And nope. Now I'm back in Delaware again. It happened. Was it 2021 or 2022? If only I could remember dates. Do you guys like forget dates really, really bad? I do too. I'm supposed to be celebrating today because my friend Buddy on Facebook is officially, we have been buds for 11 years on the Facey space. And don't even ask me how I did that. I mean, we never thought we would ever meet because he was way up in Oregon and I was in Texas, but we kept in touch all the time when he wanted to. Oh, here it is, finally. Okay, I'm on the other side of the glass. It's the most, it's it's moving and it's horrible and it's beautiful. But to see your dogs so close and not be able to touch them is almost cruelty for me. I mean, this is my world, you know? So, and the nurse, you can see I still have my bracelet on, like right here, because I was like, okay, well, you cannot deny me a manicure, though. I still was the patient voted having the best manicure. And when I left, people were like, oh my God, she's the room that always, because my husband would he'd bring like big bags from Costco of chocolates and Kit Kats and Ghirardelli and Dove chocolates. And I mean, he brought good stuff. I said, don't bring that Dollar Tree crap. I want good chocolate. These people, and they'd come into my room and they'd steal a Snapple because I always had Snapples there for long suffering if he came back, which he couldn't. Once in a while, I would try to sneak a little tiny, like I would smell the Snapple, and it was the peach tea. Oh my God. And I would get to chew ice, but I'd have to spit it out. So I'd have to sit and spit. I could not swallow anything solid, even water, even ice chips, nothing. I'm like, this is like some kind of weird, horrible thing that they did in the 1800s. This cannot be human behavior. But there was nobody to complain to. It's not like I could call human resources and get everybody fired, or I could lawyer up and start with a good big fat lawsuit. I couldn't do any of that. Hold on. I got to get the dot. The dot, the dot, the dot. Yes, every single diamond painting now gets a big fat cheat sheet. These are you just copy it on paper from your printer, tape it, there you go. So much easier to find, you know? I mean, if you have to find that dot and there's like 78 colors and you're like, oh my God. So make it bigger for yourself. Yeah, anyway, so it was just, I don't know, not normal times, not normal life, not normal nothing. Hold on 1 second. Let me get to A1. But the point is, if I have a point today to make, is to remind Shay to tell her to get the Wicked soundtrack. And also, Don't take all this petty crap so seriously, you know? I mean, like, do what you can and delegate the rest out. I mean, really, be part of the village. Let the village help you. Let the village accept you and love you. And if your village is halfway across the country, oh, which turned out to be the weirdest thing because now Buddy is in DC and I am in DC, or not far from DC. So we've actually gotten to see each other. And I got to plan something in the next couple of weeks. We got to have him come down. But he has Phoenix, a massive Great Pyrenees, and she has a big white Saluki. So I don't know. I don't know. I'm hoping these two will please try to grow a manor, but I don't know how they're going to be having. I mean, I know they love the human company. They went cray cray when the girls were here, but I don't know how they feel about dog company. I'm a little nervous about it all. I think maybe if I relax, they will relax, and everybody can just relax. Um, yeah, because they have these fabulous cabins like 5 minutes away from us at a national park right on the ocean. And I thought, how fun, because one side you're on the ocean, the other side you're on the river. So you can literally walk from the front door to the back door and watch the orcas swimming under the river bridge and everything. Oh, I am so spoiled. I swear I live in utopia. I do. People go, Della, where? Where are you? I was like, we're not supposed to tell people, but it is so Gorga living here. Gorgamiente, I'm telling you, we are not even playing around now. It's just the environment and um the lengths they go to protect their environment and the diversity. I mean, there's just, I don't know. I just don't think we're on the hate train here. You know, I do not believe that it is possible for that to happen because Delawareans, they've been dealing with this shit since the Revolutionary War. This is nothing new to them. They talk about things that happened 400 years ago like it was yesterday. I'm like, okay, not only do I need to brush up on my history, but I need to brush up on my local history. Yeah, because there's all kinds of things here. And everybody, I mean, oh my God. Everybody in this town is like living for Halloween and the autumn pumpkin rides and the crazy accoutrement holiday celebratory nonsense and shenanigans that you just cannot get enough of. And it's all dog friendly. I'm like, oh my gosh. I'm like, I need a dog sitter for this. No, you don't. We missed a dog parade last weekend because we didn't know that there was one right up the road. I gotta start reading my Facebook more often. But you know what? I'm just, I'm ready to have a butt kicking, happy, appreciate the little moments because the real joy is where it's in the moments, and it's literally like flutters by in 2 seconds. It's one and done. Kind of like my diamond painting thing this morning. I gotta get him. It's like, okay, hang on, be patient. And I'm like, no. Patience is a bad word for me and it's highly overrated. Just get it done, get it over with. So I'm going to work on trying to make a big dent here But I don't know, because there's a lot of like confetti things happening. And so it's kind of slowing me up a little bit. Not to mention, talking and diamond painting. Who said that was easy? Who came up with the stupid idea about that? It's not easy. But I have so enjoyed hanging out with you guys. Thank you to everyone and anyone who's ever just sent me a kind thought today. I am living in a day of, or state of, oh, had to get another cup. Look at this cup. Look how pretty, right? Don't you love her? Look, let me get some light on her. I love the geometric thing happening on the side of this cup. Do you see how it's all holographic-y? I gotta stop buying cups, people. Cups and diamond paintings. But I know Lizette did it. She went on a mission and like would not buy a single diamond painting until she finished all of them, which by the way I think is mildly insane. If you're not going to have a stash, you're not going to have choices. You're not going to have gifts to give people on the fly because we're all in this diamond painting thing together. We can gift each other and make each other feel loved and special. I'm not going to do all of them. I mean, but it's getting up there. It's kind of like, I'm ready to call myself the happy hoarder. I really am. I'm going to change my name. I'm going to change my channel to the Happy Hoarder because that's where it's going. And I'm going to be that girl. But right now I gotta get my act together. I gotta go take a shower, take a bath, try to salvage what's left of the day. I've got a ton of stuff going in the mail tomorrow because I'm waiting on the refrigerator man. Oh my God. Remember the Maytag commercials, you guys, with the refrigerator man? Who is refrigerator man now? Because he had to bite the bullet. I mean, he had to. He can't still be alive. Could he? I don't know. Now I gotta Google it. The Maytag man, the refrigerator man. Yeah, and then this guy shows up and he looks like he's fresh out of prison, and you're hoping, are you at least on good terms with your probation officer? Are your tattoos spelled correctly or phonetically? I mean, what do we got here? Is this going to be a home invasion or a simple repair? That is where the post-Roni brain goes. That's it. That's it, you guys. I'm not kidding. Anyway, but I'm going to try to shoo all that nonsense out of the door. And what I really need is a nap. I have to get my nap shirt on. Jenny, get your nap shirt on and I'll get my nap shirt on and we will virtually nap. Okay? Because it's Monday. It's cloudy out and rainy and yucky. And yeah, Monday girl could use a nap. However, no way was I going to let Monday go by without you being forced to listen to me. I'm only kidding. You guys could change the channel anytime you wanted to. But the fact that you didn't, if you're still here, thank you. Thank you for coming by and staying for more than 5 minutes. I appreciate it so much. I'm going to try to recharge, regroup, take a bath, and then all I have to do is half of this diamond painting in one night. What, like it's hard? I can do this. I mean, and if it doesn't get done, so what? But if it does, big hoochies for me. So, I'm talking to you. That's right. Girl on that side of the room, girl on that side of the room. Because it's going to feel like I'm in the middle of the room sometimes. I look over and I see that girl across the room. She's got it all together. She's gorgeous and she's fabulous. And then that girl on the other side of the room, is like, that's where I used to be. So I'm kind of in the middle. So I'm not sure what side of the room to go to. But I want to say, you, male, female, hurting, not hurting, you are important to me. Now, if you're important to me, you need to be important to you. I cannot do everything for you. I can do everything, but I can't do anything, by myself. Um, that's not how we're made. We're village people, man. We need to, yap up together and commiserate on each other a little bit and then get the car moving again. Get back in the car. We'll get there. All I have to do is get from here to here. It doesn't look like it's that far, right? But then you look at all that blue and go, oh my God, this painting lied to me. She lied on me. Do you understand when you're lied to? It's so awful. I mean, oh God. I mean, mow down a troop of Cub Scouts if you want to, but don't lie to me about it. I'll help you get out of it. Look, we got a lot to do in 24 hours. I may be here at 2 or 3 in the morning. So if you're an insomniac like me and fighting the how dare you think of sleeping kind of attitude because you got all this to do, then come by and just, I don't know, I may pop up, you never know. Anyway, you're important to me. Be important to you. Take care of you. It's only Monday. We got a whole week to go. And then we need to be done so we can roll into September like the roaring lions that we are and take the autumn by storm. Let's do this. Let's just do this, okay? Okay. You guys take care. Shine on. I love you all. Take care of you. Thank you. Bye.